Thank you all for coming. If you want to move on into the room here, we'd love to have you. All right, the fan there. Yeah, I believe we're on. There it is. All right. On behalf of Gina and all of the Swift family, we want to welcome you and thank you for coming to her announcement today. And we certainly appreciate the support of all the family and the friends. And before I turn it over to those who are really going to introduce her, I just wanted to share with you, I knew Jan in college, and then I met her again when she moved to Lafayette to clerk for Judge Ronnie Cox as his judicial clerk. And I happened to be at the courthouse one day. My dad was there trying a case too. And he knew her through Judge Cox. And he said, Johnny, you need to meet this girl. And as usual, Dad was right about that. And as time is going on, I've learned, I think it just turned on, that Jan has some wonderful qualities about her. She's very, very smart. She's got a lot of experience in government and volunteer work. And she's a hard worker. And she's courageous. If she feels something is right and needs to be done, she just doesn't stop. She just works on it and accomplishes what she needs to do. And another great quality is Jen has a big heart. She cares a lot about people. And I mean, really cares. And so far as the people of Lafayette, she cares about everyone that lives in Lafayette. And she wants every one of them to have the opportunity to be the best person and live the best life they can have. And she will fight for that until it happens. And I just want to let you all know that this is why I'm supporting Jan for Mayor of Lafayette. And as Bob Seeger said, you're still the one. I'd like to introduce my daughters, Taylor, who's going to speak, and Kelly.
Hello, everyone. Okay, I have this prepared because I get a little nervous. My name is Taylor Swift, and I'm Jan's daughter. I'd like to first off say that I'm clearly biased, but I truly cannot think of anyone better for this job. I've had a front row seat my entire life to watch and learn from my mom. She taught me the value of hard work, persistence, and the importance of self-assurance, even in the toughest times. She's always given everything she has to any project she undertakes, and trust me, there have been many. One of the main lessons I learned from her is to approach all situations with compassion and empathy. She is strong, outspoken, and independent, and loving and caring at the same time. She brings her heart to any project she's working on, and the passion and vision she has for this community has no bounds. I've lived here my entire 30 years of life, growing up on the lakes in Arnaville and in Lafayette ever since. I truly love this town, but we've been failed by our leaders, and there are major ripple effects. Half of my close friends and countless others my age have moved away for better opportunities for work and their growing families. They are tired of the political games that end up grinding any possible progress to a halt. We are losing incredible people who could build this city into the thriving, successful, and beautiful place that it's meant to be. My mother moved here and chose to stay here and make it a better place 40 years ago. She sees greatness and the potential in this city and works every single day to make it better. With all of your help and support, she can and will be the leader that we need, and I truly cannot wait to see how this city, parish, and state can thrive with someone like Jan Swift at the helm. And now, I'd like to formally introduce former Congressman Jimmy Hayes, who represented our community in Congress for several terms. Mr. Hayes is a native of Lafayette, a graduate of Lafayette High School, USL, and earned his law degree from Tulane University. He was instrumental in passing several pieces of legislation related to wetlands protection while in Congress. Please join me in welcoming Congressman Jimmy Hayes.
In a short while, it will pass quicker than you would like it, and sometimes drag on as you're watching commercials. You're going to see Lafayette make a choice between public service and self-service. You're going to see Lafayette make a choice between working with both the mayor's office and a council or having the mayor's office hide from the council's inquiries. I took a look at Jan's resume, and there's so many things on it that I won't even begin to try to detail it, but I'll tell you the things that made so much of an impression on me and that I think you ought to know about. One is when she was deputy of the Secretary of State. I'm not going to put you in the weeds of having to learn about the UCC, but it brought Louisiana into opening commerce from 49 states that did not understand how to do business under our old French code. And that wasn't just an idea. She had to implement it. She had to go to 64 parishes and convince 64 clerks to adopt it and the importance of it to the state. She had to coordinate with all 49 other states in order to get full recognition. It was nationally recognized and so impressive that the state of Georgia hired her to do a similar situation prepared for their court system. And it's 163 areas that would be affected by it. What you learn from that is not just somebody who is smart, but somebody who can implement, think through, and who's willing to talk to everybody about things that are important to the community. And that's why I mentioned community. If you take a look at all of these things that are so impressive, whether it's her church, whether it involves Sacred Heart Academy, whether it involves any of the community facilities in teaching, whether it involves the Chamber of Commerce, whatever it is, it's always to make something better than it was before. And that's the desire of public service. When you look at that list, you'll see that they have one thing in common, every single one of them. You don't have to be paid to do it. You don't have to get money to be your incentive, to be part of it. You do it because you care. You do it because you want to see the community better than it was before. That's part of the choice that you're going to make. I took a look on it and I saw that she was chairman of Crime Stoppers. And I saw that she was an advisor to the Lafayette Police Department. You know what that said to me? What that said to me was that she didn't look at police officers and confuse them with babysitters or Uber drivers. It has to change, and it can change for the better. I took a look too, and a realization that this city that I love so much is susceptible to so many things they do not anticipate or appreciate. She was a lawyer who worked in a field of real estate law and commercial real estate. She would have known better than to violate the Clean Water Act. And for those of you who sounds like that's some technicality and not important, okay. You've got 5 sites that are subject to it here right now in the so-called drainage bill, which some people refer to as the get-rich-quick-take scheme. And you have the potential in each one of those to have EPA penalties that I helped draft. They're $30,000 a day until everything is restored to where it was before if you didn't bother to learn to get the permits that you need or request delineation. As a lawyer, she would have known better. And the impact to this city will be so great on some of these projects that are so expensive with absolutely minimal returns if they had or could be completed, that I believe that you'll risk the bonding capacity of the city of Lafayette. That's how important it is. Once you know what she has done, you'll know what she can do. Take that trouble and tell everyone you know to take that same trouble, and then make a decision for people who believe in public service and accountability, not self-service.
You want it back?
I want to thank all of you for being here. My family, Taylor, John, Kelly, my brother Al, my sister-in-law Mary Kay, Roy Fletcher, who's helping me. Jimmy, I wish I had that. He's so experienced, that love for community. Thank you for sharing your message. And I want to thank all of you who are ready for a change. During the decades, I've been part of this wonderful community. The people of our city and parish have experienced the best of times and the worst of times. We've been a community that suffered through the energy crash of the 1980s, but we were also the community that led our state's revival from this extraordinarily difficult time. In fact, Lafayette became the light of economic and cultural renewal for our state. Those of you who were here know precisely what I mean. You know the lessons we learned, and the biggest lesson we all realized was that the people of our community are resilient. They're strong and purposeful. We learned we could depend not only on our own individual strength, but the common strength among us. Today, however, many feel our community is adrift, headed in the wrong direction, led by inadequate leadership and dealing with policies that will not serve our grandchildren or our children. I want this to change. I think many of our citizens share this feeling, this unease with our current situation, and they're concerned about what it means for our future. Today, I announce my candidacy for Mayor-President of our consolidated government because I cannot sit idle and allow what we have built together to be subjected to policies of self-interest, deceit, duplicity, and deception. I want to be Mayor-President for you and every person in Lafayette. I do not want a pay increase that by itself is almost $20,000 more than the median income of the people of Lafayette Parish, and almost as much as the median income of a household in Lafayette Parish. I do not seek this office for pay. I seek this office to perform and to serve. I will perform the duties of Mayor-President full-time, each and every day. Our people are better than what they've been receiving, and they deserve better than what has been offered. Yes, we are better. The people of our parish deserve better. We can achieve more, do more, and construct a future of opportunity for every individual. Bring good governance back to our community and tackle the problems confronting us in a manner that secures progress, safety, and results in some sense of trust in the decisions being made. This is why I want to be your Mayor-President. We've been told that problems such as drainage, for instance, are being tackled. Today, I will tell you we have a drainage problem. In fact, we have two drainage problems. The first one deals with water. The second one deals with the drainage of money benefiting the insiders and deal makers while the basics of local government are being neglected. Throughout my legal career and my years in government, I learned, like every person in the job they do, that executing the basics in an excellent manner, it enables you to accomplish bigger and more important challenges. You have to do things right. A community is no different. A strong, professional, well-trained, and better-paid police, fire, and emergency corps not only saves lives, protects property, and promotes security, it also attracts new businesses and new taxpayers. The same can be said for a transportation and traffic system that is not stuck in trying to catch up to growth, but plans for growth and efficient transportation years in advance. Low taxes and doing more with less, incidentally, what our present administration promised in their campaign and have failed to do, gives people a sense of fairness, that their government is making their tax dollars stretch, just like they have to do with their own family budget. Lafayette government is not a piggy bank for politicians and insiders. Rather, and this is so important, this must be a place where decisions are made so that each citizen can enjoy a good, safe, secure, and better life. Every citizen, no matter who they are, must be secure in knowing that their city parish government works for them, fairly, equally, with respect. Lafayette is a community of enormous potential. I love Lafayette, but I strongly dislike Lafayette's politics. The politics we have are getting in the way of the potential we possess. I do not want it to be this way anymore. I want to be your Mayor-President to unleash our citizens' talent, creativity, good nature, and hard work to secure our potential, individually and as a community. This means transparent governance, honest and fair decision-making, and a willingness to admit mistakes and correct them. I love our citizens, and I will be a Mayor-President who demonstrates this every day that I serve. I humbly ask each of you for your vote and your help. The task before us is essential, but this will not make it easy. I need each and every citizen to join us, but I will be everyone's Mayor-President, regardless of how you vote. God bless our community, our state, our nation, and each and every one of you. My love goes out to each of you that came today. Thank you for your support. I look forward to listening to you. God bless you, and Merry Christmas. Thank you all. I'm so happy. Go off and have great holidays. If you haven't already, we have water and soda for people, but thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules for a better tomorrow. I look forward to really ramping up our campaign after the holidays. Thank you.